guys, welcome back to the channel. Today the Blood Angels are facing off against the Mefrit dynasty of Overlord Phil, of course. So today we are trying out the new, what is it, Skies of Death book?
Death from the Skies.
Death from the Skies book, so we're probably going to get stuff wrong. We thought what better way to test them out than using Phil's Mefrit dynasty, which he is running the formations, versus the forces of Baal. He challenged the Blood Angels, he's going to get Blood Angels. Right, so keeping it in the theme of the Necron Mefrit dynasty versus Blood Angels, we are playing Cloak and Shadows today, which means hidden objectives. Phil's going to be filming his, but we've got the 6 objectives. Number 1, number 3, and number 2. We've got number 4, number 5, and number 6 out on the outskirts over here. So let's have a quick look at the forces. Right, so for the Blood Angel forces, we're running a combined arms detachment. Lord of War for the detachment is Commandante there, of course. He has 2 Warlord traits, which is Descent of Angels, and he managed to roll 1 on Strategic for -1 to Phil's reserves, which is handy. He's running with Sanguinary Priest there with the Valor's Edge and 5 Sanguinary Guard. The Guard have the Banner, an Infernus Pistol, 2 Axes and Swords. We've got a Baal Predator with Dozer Blades and Assault Cannon, Heavy Bolter, Storm Bolter, the way I normally run it. We've got a Fast Vindicator with Storm Bolter and Siege Shield. We've got a Land Raider Crusader, I want to say.
Redeemer. Oh wait, Redeemer's the Flamers, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the Bolter one.
Alright, yes, it is Crusader.
So,
I stand corrected.
Yep, that's got the multi-melter on there. We've got 6 Terminators in there, 3 Hammers, 3 Claws, and Mephiston. Mephiston's powers, of course, Sanguine Sword, Quickening, Blood Lance, and Unleash Rage, as well as Force in there as well. We've got a unit of 4 bikes, 2 melter guns. The Plasma is actually a melter, and the Sergeant doesn't have the Power Sword. Meanwhile, in reserve, we've got a Furioso Dreadnought, Frag Cannon, and Heavy Flamer, 2 10-man tactical squads with a Heavy Flamer and melter gun in each, and 2 assault squads with 2 melter guns in each one. One of the sergeants in there has an Infernus Pistol, has had a couple of points left. So that is it for the Blood Angel force, apart from dun dun dun, the Castigator is coming out to play. I'm going to see what that Initiative 2 sweep attack is like. Meanwhile, note from our sponsors.
Pepsi Max for Phil.
Yeah, let's take a look at Phil's Necron army. Right, so Phil's running the new formation. Phil, which one is it?
It is the Guardians of Perdita, and it is made up of the 3 formations, also from the Exterminatus book, which is the Conclave of the Burnham one, which is right here. The Conclave of the Burnham one, they all become a single unit, even though they can't, with Cryptek Jeff and newly made Cryptek Simon, brand new on the channel, and then Deceiver John as well. And whenever you roll to wound on this, because of majority toughness, you would normally wound on there. It specifically says you wound on these. And one of these Cryptek has the God Shackle, so he has +1 strength and toughness as well. So he's going to be a tough little cookie to crack. Hopefully he survives, because every time I bring a Catan, everyone targets them and bullies them. So.
And you've got Feel No Pain.
Yeah, so if having both of them, it gives the whole unit 5 with Feel No Pain. Obviously these dudes are going to have 4 reanimation, so I don't care. But if one of them dies, it's going to be 6 with Feel No Pain, which will be important to keeping this guy alive. Whole theme of it. So, yeah. and then on top of that, we have Anarchy's Strategic Decurion, which needs Anarchy, which Lord Reuben is taking his spot at the moment. A unit of Immortals, which he's with, that's 10 with Gauze. 2 units of Necron Warriors, so 2 10-mans there. A Ghost Ark, so one of the 10 man are going to be in this Ghost Ark. A Doom Scythe, which is in reserve, and a unit of 5 Death Marks are in reserve. And this allows me to re-roll Attempt to Seize Initiative, and whilst Anarchy is alive, I get to re-roll reserve rolls as well. So that little
at -1.
At -1, what's that gonna do, eh? And then the other one is Zathura's Royal Decurion. Now, the person who's playing Zathura is Gavin, and he's hiding right in there because he's an important character. Because at the start of each of my turns, I choose 1 special rule to take effect to all non-vehicle units in his formation. Now, taking the Guardians of Petra, it counts to every single non-vehicle unit in its formation. And I can either choose Crusader, Counterattack, Fearless, or Monster Hunter. Now, in this one, I have my Overlord, who has the Orb of Eternity, which is just a res orb, but when I activate it, I have +1 to my animation as well, so that's going to be helpful. I have 1 unit of Immortals, which is 6 Tesla up here for points. 2 more units of Warriors, so there's 1 10-man there, and there's another one in the Ghost Ark, because they had to buy Ghost Ark as well. A Doom Scythe, some Triarch Praetorians, which is right here, with their Void Blaze and Particle Casters, a Triarch Stalker with a Heat Ray, and then a unit of 5 Death Marks, and 2 units of 3 Wraiths with Whip Coils. I did bring another formation, which might hurt Harry a lot, and it's a reason why he's brought his Knight, is I brought the Living Tomb! Because who doesn't like seeing an obelisk?
Well, at least I didn't bring the Knight with a D-sword.
Yeah, so for my Warlord trait, I took it as Anarchists, so every unit within 12 inches of him get Relentless and Crusader, which is really good.
So just to clarify, in reserve, you've got 2 Doom Sights and 2 units of Death Marks.
And my Obelisk, because that has to come on in turn 2 automatically.
No problem. In reserve as well, I forgot to mention, I do actually have a Storm Raven, which reminds us, that is taken as part of the Death from the Skies detachment. I don't remember the name of it.
I think it's like a Flywing. Air Superiority Detachment.
That one. So I do get the Fly Races. He is the wing leader. And I got a 3. Phil, what's a 3 for Blood Angels?
3 is... you get to automatically pass break turns.
Nice.
There is no need to roll the dice, you just get it automatically pass.
No problem. What about yours?
So I don't get any of mine because mine wasn't in the detachment. So they were in my formation, so I don't get it. However, taking the detachment, you do get some other buffs alongside, which I will read out now. So you do get the objective secured transports that can hover. Now get objective secured.
So my Storm Raven has objective secured?
Your Storm Raven has objective secured when he hovers.
Wow.
On top of that, you can roll, if you don't have multiple, but you could roll once for all of them. All the ones you could take, because you could take 3 flyers in it. And you can add 2 or subtract 2 from your reserve rolls rather than 1 if you have air superiority. Or you get to reroll the dice in the interception subphase,
which will be coming into effect. We're going to try and make sure we get it right. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. We'll remember the air superiority, Phil's reroll reserves, plus my -1, plus any minus or negative modifiers that he's going to have for that.
And then all these formation stuff. There's so many!
Yeah. So, why Phil's gone, right, so we are going to be playing Mysterious Objectives today, but we're going to take a leaf out of Math and Mini Wargaming's book. We're only going to take into account the Skyfire ones because there's going to be that much else to keep track of, especially with the new rules. We just think that with neither of our flyers having Skyfire, we need that Skyfire. Right, so currently as it stands, the Blood Angels have turn 1. However, Phil does get to re-roll, seize the initiative, so he's just going to chuck 2 dice and see if he gets a 6.
No! It doesn't even add up!
So, you lose, Phil. You lose. Right, so first things first, because we both have flyers in reserve, we do have a dogfight phase. I want it, but Phil doesn't. So on a 4+ we have it. We do.
Oh, no.
So what are we doing, Phil?
Okay, right, so we now have a whole table of like rock, paper, scissors that we need to go through. So...
Right, so because we both have attack flyers and no fighters or bombers, there's no negative modifiers to the roll-off, so it's a straight roll-off to see who has the offense. So Phil?
Okay, so you're the attacker and I'm the defender.
And what does that mean?
We will come to that. Engage subphase.
This is so slow!
It's so...
Right, so apparently you're choosing them between 1 to 3 and consult this massive table. Phil, show us. That. So I picked the 2 and Phil picked the 3. He dives and I climb. So basically it's a straight roll-off?
It's straight roll-off, adding our pursuit values. We both have a pursuit value of 2.
So it's a straight roll-off?
It's a straight roll-off. I get an 8 and I win!
And what does that mean?
I can choose to so then we come to the engage the rest of the subphase.
Right, so this is the engagement phase. And because Phil beat me, he can increase or decrease the distance between the two flyers by up to 12 inches.
Yeah.
So basically, it says put them on a different surface, but we're just going to put them here for theme. So Phil's decreased the range by 12 inches, so he's 24 inches apart. But now it's the maneuver phase.
The maneuver phase where we do the little rock, paper, scissors thing again.
Okay, so we secretly have a number. I'm going to go for, it's 1 to 3. I'm going to go for that one.
I've got mine. 3.
3.
The attacker is the winner!
That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
So what happens?
You now shoot at me.
Oh.
No. You can force me to do a 90-degree turn.
Right.
Your agility isn't high, so you can't make me do 180. But if you don't make me do the 90, when you fire at my front, you snap firing. If I turn the 90, then you're not snap firing. Okay.
Ah, so this is how the flyers actually end up with Skyfire.
Yeah, in a sense of it.
Right.
So you can force me to move 90.
Or shoot.
Oh no, and it's just whether you want to make me move 90 or not. You probably do because you want to hit a full blitz skill.
Okay. But I can still shoot either way.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make it turn 90.
Now we do attack sub-phase. And we do
What the
another.
fuck?
And then we do another table.
Oh.
Hang
Hang on, so before I shoot.
This is before you shoot.
Okay.
Because this decides who shoots first. Because I'm snap firing at you.
But you can't even see me.
Exactly.
Ah.
But I'm snap firing at you, but you're hitting a full blister skill. Because this is angle of attack. And you are tailing. And well, it would have been head on pass, which would have been snap firing. And then now you're tailing. So you find a full blister skill.
Okay. So this is another random one. I'm gonna go for this number.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for this one. 2.
2.
The attacker shoots first. In addition, add 1 to the attacker's blister skill for the duration of the sub-phase.
Twin linked!
No.
Twin linked!
No.
Right. So, twin link multi-melter. I hit, but I'm not within melter range. What's your sidearm? It's 11, isn't
It's
it?
11, yeah.
8. 6, that's a pen at AP1.
No.
Hang on, can you not jink it?
I think so. Yeah, flat. 1 sec.
We'll come back. Right, so I don't fire a full ballistic skill with +1. That's only if I'm actually behind.
Yeah, so if you're
Fly.
facing the rear.
Which I'm facing the side because I'm forcing to do a 90-degree turn, which means I am still snap firing. So, twin link multi-melter. There's a 6, mate.
Yep, you hit.
I need a 3. There's a 6.
Oh no.
Do I explode? 1. So you lose a whole point and you're snap firing.
But I ignore the snap fire for living metal.
Oh, but you lost a whole point.
I lost the whole point. That's the important thing.
Right, but then I've also got the assault cannon.
Yeah.
So hitting on 6 is twin linked. Nothing.
Thank the goddess.
1. Needing a 5. Nothing.
Oh, thank God.
Do I use a missile though?
Oh, no, you don't want to do that.
Nah, when I'm snap firing.
You don't want to do that.
Nah, I'll save that for when I land. Right, so this is going to be complicated because we were...
Now, I do get a fire at you.
How? You're out my firing arc.
It says that they still both carry out the shooting phase.
Oh, it must be like to represent them like... Phew.
Yeah, they're still firing, but I'm still firing snapshots. So, since it's Tesla, I can't do jack.
That's fine.
But,
You're still strength 7 though.
I'm still Sense 7, so I can glance on a 5s, which would be great.
I think what we should do is if we're going to like put these on the table to do the dogfight phase, we should have like some cloud markers or something to represent that they're actually like,
Yeah.
you know, like up here.
Yeah.
Or I could have a built gaming table across
Yeah.
these 2 shelves.
And have little strings on them, we could do like little blinds of them going across. So, 6s?
Yeah.
None, and then twin linked. Come on!
Oh, 2.
Now, they don't Tesla, because I'm snap firing, I'm
Yeah,
doing it.
but you're strength 7, so you need 5s.
Come on.
Oh, holy crap.
Yeah! What does this do?
So
No.
I'm shaking and I've lost a whole point.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 1 whole point, you're down to 2.
Yeah!
Wow, that's...
Who said Necron fires with that? We don't
Right.
need Skyfire. And then that's the end of dogfight phase. Yeah.
Now we're going to turn 1.
Now we're going to turn 1.
Wow. Right, so these are the objectives that I have drawn. That one I could probably easily get, but I'm going to go for this one and do maximum damage in combination of getting this one. So the Castigator is pushing forward, looking at the Catan and that massive blob of Immortals. Hopefully he can get into combat with them next turn if Phil decides to move within rapid fire range. I've kept them back ever so slightly despite getting a 12-inch move through cover, because the Stalker's there with the Heat Ray, and we've got the Deceiver there as well. Dante, of course, leaping into action, moving straight across the board, making a beeline for the Conclave, and Anarchy over that way. Sorry, Ruben. The Vindicator and the Battle Predator just hanging back slightly. The Vindicator's got a nice shot across, hopefully take out that Stalker if we get a lucky shot. The Land Raider in the middle is pushed forward past its difficult terrain. Mephiston is not getting out yet. We're going to wait till
Pussy!
No.
Mephiston's a pussy. Get out! Get out your little vehicle!
Next turn. Meanwhile, the Bikers have zipped into action here. We've rolled for all the objectives. None of them are Skyfire, but we haven't checked that one or Objective 6 as of yet. So, don't really have much of a plan at the moment with everything in the back, but this happened. Yeah, I tried to drop 1 pod there, it's scattered back there. I tried to drop 2 here. 1 got a direct hit and the Furioso scattered this way, unfortunately. So I'm hopeful to do a lot of damage with them heavy flamers and the frag cannons to all these warriors here.
I'm doing that.
Right, so the Blood Angels have made their mark, but they have not scored first blood yet. Both Marines with the heavy bolters, heavy flamers managed to inflict 8 casualties on the warrior squad.
8 there, 2 here, 4 there, 1 in there. This is jinking as well.
Yeah, the melter guns fired into the Ghost Ark and it jinked the bolters from the Marines, the heavy flamers, the frag cannon and heavy flamer, and all the storm bolters rained down on the warriors there. So there's how many left from that unit?
6 left in that unit.
2 left in the other.
2 with Gavin, and then 4 mortals there. And they all pass their leaderships.
Yeah, all leaderships pass, which is not good for us. The multi-melter even shot in at the Ghost Ark and the snap firing assault cannon as well and failed to do anything. The Vindicator hurtled in, scattered slightly but still hit the Stalker. Strength 10, front armor 13, I rolled a double 2 for ordnance, so not good at all there. I was hoping to blow it up. Even managed to get a wound in on him and Phil passed his 6 up res.
Yeah!
Meanwhile, down here, no damage was done by the Battle Predator. However, the Castigator looked down with his Gatling cannon and inflicted 5 wounds all together. Trees, providing a little bit of cover for Phil and passing some res. So not too much damage done by the Blood Angels.
Did you score anything?
I do.
Oh!
Let's have a look though. So I score behind enemy lines. I actually have 5 units in Phil's deployment zone, due to my Marines being combat squadded. So I get D3 victory points. That's 6, Phil.
Yes, that is.
It's a 6.
Yeah.
It's on film, it's a 6. It's a 6. So that gets me 3 points, but no first blood. I'm going to keep holding me other 2 cards. Over to Necrons, turn 1.
Okay, Necrons, turn 1. This is my cards. Very unlikely. Even more unlikely. And even more unlikely. Part of the detachment and the formation, I will choose Fearless for my non-vehicle units. So that might come in handy, especially with these. So end of Necron's turn 1. Harry forgot his psychic phase in turn 1, so I'm happy about that.
I didn't forget. Can't cast while you're in transport.
Well, you could cast some things.
You can't.
Well, you could have. Like,
You can cast with fires.
Like Force and...
You can't. It's a blessing.
Oh, alright. Oh well. Calm down. So this Ghost starts moving back. These were just in range. Move the Ghost back a bit further back so the race could hop over. Overlord Gavin, hiding in there, is trying to run away so that people don't start attacking him, because as soon as he's died, I don't get any of the buffs. These 4 Immortals have moved over to look into line of sight at shooting these. These guys are going to be the last thing to fire, because I want to fire them into the Dreadnought if there's no other targets here. These Wraiths come over, There's going to be a lot of charges going on over here, along with these Praetorians coming in as well. The Ghost Ark is also positioned there. Decided to stay put, get some shots over here with his array, and over there onto that drop pod with his array, and then guys inside can also choose some targets. So going to be a lot of death over here, a lot of blood spilled from the Blood Angels.
Blood spilt. By
Blood for the Blood God!
By the Blood Angels.
Blood for the Blood God. Blood for the Blood God. Over here.
Dude, this is the Blood Angel army, not the Khorne army.
Blood for the Blood God. These guys have moved over a bit, all 5 of them there. I think Harry forgot that Anarchy has something very special for the knight. He has a nice little tachyon arrow for him. That comes standard.
That's fine.
Strength 10 AP one shot. It's going to happen. Like 120. I don't care.
Range 12.
It's not range 12. You can check that. It's definitely not range 12.
Okay.
Then we got the Triox Stalker with his heat ray in range of the knight. Hopefully we can take some wounds off him. We got the Catan right here. The Catan. He's moved up here, got a 6-inch move, so he's come up here and he's looking at little Dante's squad of juiciness, and it should be very, very nice. Not really going to be able to score much, so I'm just going to really put some death upon the Blood Angels, so we'll come back after shooting phase. Nothing happened here. Captain Arrow was saved, it was a pen, but his shields lasted, and the mortals did nothing. Neither did the Triox Stalker. But here's something interesting. +1 bliss skill on the Catan for the Triox Stalker, and they are aiming at Dante. So let's see which card Harry will pick. He's going to pick D. I can see it because Dante's out front, and I'm going to roll 6.
That's fine.
It is 10 shots at strength 6 AP4 with strike down.
What's strike down do?
So if I do a wound at you, you treat the next time next movement phase as if you're going through difficult terrain.
Ah, that's okay.
Danish terrain to all you little monkeys over there.
That's fine then.
So yeah. So we're going to get this on shot. Let me just get some more dice. So
how many shots was it?
So 10 shots. Hitting on 2s, you're rolling for 6s.
2 1s in there. Nope, no extra hits.
No extra ones there.
Strength 6,
Strength 6, AP4, so 2s. And there is 6 saves. AP4.
Let's do them 2 at a time on Dante. 2 up.
Ooh, takes a wound over.
Feel no pain.
Oh.
Which he takes, so he drops a wound. I'll put that on there. And then we'll look out, sir, for them. They all look out, sir. 2 up armor on the Sanguinary Guard.
All die. 1 dies.
Feel no pain.
1 dies. He dies. He dies. Yes.
So 1 guy dies.
And now the Cryptex.
Yep.
So it's going to be 6 shots in total because of the Staff of Lights.
Yep. It's BS5.
There's 1 miss. And then 3 to wound. Now, because Dante's got his 2 little armor save of freaking goodness.
Look out, sir. All of them.
Look out, sir. They all got 2 up armor saves, so their AP3 is not going to matter.
There we go.
They are fine.
There we go. So Dante's on 3 wounds, and I've lost 1 Sanguinary Guard. They are fearless though, which is fantastic.
Not for long.
Let's move on to this mess now.
Okay, from all the gore shooting, there's a lot happened to the Marines. This Heavy Flamer squad, 1 man left, passes morale. The Meltgun squad, there was 1 man left, and he ran, and he's running back there. I almost boxed him in. If only I moved the Immortals down a level, he wouldn't have been able to get out. This Dreadnought's down to 1 hull point, which really makes him really tasty for my race. Really think about charging them in. This drop pod from the Ghost Ark is left on 1 hull point as well. Over here, this Meltgun squad lost a man. These guys took no wounds on these, but these are going to be charging in. So that should be good there. And of course nothing happened really over here. So we got some charges to make. I'm thinking these 3 rafts into this guy to get this first blood. Then these 3 rafts, gonna try and go for that Dreadnought. And then these guys are gonna go for this 5-man squad there with the Heavy Flamers. Hopefully I could do enough damage to do some stuff. Some effects, make people cry. Cry, cry, cry. Okay, so we come back after combat phase. Okay, so I failed a charge here. I got a 6, then re-rolled one of the dice and got 7, and it's a 7.5 charge. So this guy is free, set free. Over here, the Wraiths managed to kill enough guys so that there's only 2 of them left, so the melt is gone. But they're also running, so I didn't kill them either. And then these guys, 1 of them died from Overwatch, and then them 2 run as well, so I didn't get them either. So I didn't get first blood because 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So everyone lives. No unit is gone. And I score no objectives either. And I will be discarding 1, which will be domination. Because nowhere in hell am I going to get that. So moving on to turn 2, dogfight phase.
Alright, so these are my cards. I drew this one, that one, and I've still got that. So these two I reckon I can get, and this one I should be able to get as well. We've just done the dogfight phase, and we've done the whole table thing and long-windedness again. And Phil getting lucky with his shot down the Storm Raven. So yeah, the fact that I've lost the flyer before it's even come on the table. Phil now has air superiority, which means my reserves are on a 4+ now instead of a 3+. So yeah, luckily both my pods are in. So let's see what damage we do.
Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra.
Right, so there's 3 characters there, and I didn't know what to do. Did I send him after him, or Dante? And I elected not to. So what we've done is Dante's pulled sideways this way. Phil deep struck the death marks to try and take these guys out as they're scattered back slightly. They're on objective 6, but I've got 3 melters within range there of the Stalker. So hopefully we can take them out. They did scatter back. Phil also tried to scatter, to deep strike the other unit of death marks, but he mishapped. And they're right over there. So yeah, I'll place them right out the way. They can't shoot at the bikes because they can only shoot at what they deep strike alongside of. So the Castigator is pulled forward, looking to hopefully take out Overlord Ruben. Dante is hopefully going to take this guy out. The Vindicator, for lack of a better target across the field there, he's going to shoot through at the Stalker, or potentially the Cryptex and the Conclave up here. The other squad of melter guns landed and have jumped on top of the barricades there to hopefully take out this Ghost Ark. There's a lot of nastiness just behind this wall here, and the Marines will hopefully rally and try and take out those Praetorians. Meanwhile, Mephiston has leapt into action. The Land Raider hurtling forward. Mephiston jumping out with the Terminators and hopefully smash something in the face over here. Dreadnought and the Lone Marine, and the Lone Marine round that side are going to attempt to take out Gavin. So we've got a psychic phase now, and then we've got a few shots, more than a few shots to do, and hopefully we can do some damage to the Necron Mephrid dynasty. What an absolute blinder of a turn for the Blood Angels. We'll start at this side. Mephiston in the psychic phase got Bloodlance off, but Phil managed to jink it on the Ghost Ark. He managed to stop Unleash Rage. I only got Sanguine Sword off, and I didn't get Quickening, unfortunately. I didn't shoot Mephiston as I don't want to reduce the charge range to those warriors there. But over this side, wow. Wow indeed. The Furioso Dreadnought managed to take out Gavin's 2 bodyguard. Kill how many of the guys inside?
Killed 1, 2. Killed 1, and then the explosion killed the other.
And got a rend on, and then a penetrating hit.
Yeah,
and then exploded because I rolled a 6 and it's open topped.
Yep.
Managing to kill another warrior that was inside.
Another warrior inside, so there's 8 left there.
Yep. Did it kill a Immortal? Killed 1, didn't it?
Yeah, killed an Immortal as well from his flamer.
Yep. So. But then over this side, these guys exploded this one. So there was wounds on the Wraith, there was wounds on the Praetorians, wounds on the Warriors, the Terminators, everything. So much explosion and damage. How many warriors did I kill there?
I'm now down to 7, so you killed 3.
3, not bad at all. We did kill
one of these from the explosion.
Yeah, so we did do a lot of damage just by blowing up those 2 units. Down this side, the Heavy Flamer came hurtling in and torched the Praetorians. The bow pistols lending fire as well, and there's only 1 left. Down this side, these guys took fire from Dante and the Sanguinary Guard, and we managed to kill 2 of them. The Assault Marines stripped 2 hull points off and destroyed the heat ray on the Stalker, so he's no longer a threat. And I thought, right, Vindicator time. Got a pen, Phil passed his cover save. Unfortunately, I didn't scatter onto these guys here. Castigator, meanwhile, with that Deathly Great gun, managed to do a crap ton of damage and take out the other 5 Immortals, and he's going for Ruben. So, lots and lots of destruction. The final thing that was left to fire was the Land Raider, and we managed to bring down 2 of the Immortals here, thanks to a Snapfire Multi-Melter and Power of the Machine Spirit with the Assault Cannon. So not a bad round of shooting for the Blood Angels at all. Let's move into the Assault see what damage is going to be done. Right, so there was an absolute mess of combats down here. However, we just realised that Phil actually scores first blood in the dogfight phase because he shot me Stormraven down. So well done, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Right, so down here, the two Marines charged in at Gavin to absorb his overwatch. Nothing was done. Meanwhile, the Dreadnought came hurtling in and insta-killed him. So that gets me assassinated.
Gavin!
Yep. The Hammernators and the Lightning Claw guys came hurtling in. I lost one to Overwatch, but as expected, Mephiston and the Lightning Claw guys alone chopped them to the ground. Over here, the 4 Marines hurtled in and managed to kill that lone Praetorian. But over here, what the... Yeah. This guy rolled a 3-inch charge.
And Reuben lives! He lives!
Meanwhile, Dante rolled a 4 and then needed a 5, and he even took a wound because Phil managed to get a rend.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, Dante's down to 2 wounds already, and he's not tanking so well. But I do score objective 6 for these guys here, and objective 2, the bikers are on way back there, just enough from the shooting phase as well. The bikers decided to pop a shot backwards at them death marks over there, and managed to actually kill one. So not too shabby at all. So that scores me 3 points plus the 3 I already had. Puts me at 6 to Phil's 1.
No.
First blood.
First blood 1, yeah. Now my Obelisk automatically comes in on turn 2.
Oh shit, I forgot about this.
And my 2 Doom Scythes now come on for air superiority at 2+, and re-rolling because I indicates formation.
You're actually at...
well, 3+ re-rolling even. And I'm
yeah, because of my Warlock. Right. Never mind. Yeah.
So these are my cards for turn 2, and there is no dogfight phase. Okay, so this is the end of Necron's turn 1. This Obelisk has landed right here, so we can try and get some prime fire on some dudes. This Doom Scythe's come in, this is the one that was wounded. It's going to try to destroy that Vindicator if the Obelisk doesn't do its job. Over here, this guy's moving out of the way. He's probably just going to charge in because he hasn't got any shooting weapons anymore. And the Catan, so going to shoot at these and possibly charge them and get rid of them. But I am debating whether I want to do the Catan onto this guy as well, because it might be a choice. Ruben's running away because this guy is going to really, really hurt him. So that's scary. These death marks are going to try rapid fire and do as much damage as they can to that squad, try to hold him up a bit. Over here, the Wraiths climbed all over here, hoping to charge in against these melters. These warriors are just spreading out. I think I'm going to rapid fire them into the Terminators, so hopefully I can take some off. These guys as well. This Immortal's come down. He's a good job, he could just kill one of those guys, and these 3 Wraiths have gone down there as well. I'll come up here because I want to take on that guy, hopefully I can take him down. And then this flyer has come on, looking at that with his strength 10 AP1 lance shot. How's that, Harry?
I don't like that.
So, we will come back at the Necron shooting phase. Okay, end of shooting phase. Catan fired at night and rolled the D, and I did get a D3 on him, but he passes invul. Over here, these guys are now men of the match. They fired at the Terminators and killed 4 Terminators with their rapid fire rounds, which is just insane. Over here, I forgot to fire these guys, which is going to be funny because I'll probably just fire them into this guy. The Mortal fires into this guy, and the guy passes armor save. Over here, this flyer managed to fire his Doom Ray at this tank, Land Raider Redeemer? Crusader. I got a pen and I rolled Immobilize. If only I got 1 more extra on that and that would be gone. But it is immobilized now, so it's not moving. Obelisk came in, it did 3 wounds to the bikes. The bikes has hold, even taking shots from the death marks coming in. He has hold. The other shots came in over here onto them and did nothing. Did 2 glances on the Vindicator and 2 glances on the Battle Predator. And this firefight his Doom Ray on the Vindicator and blew him up. So that's that gone as well. And the death marks over here did fire at Dante. Did some wounds, but the only wounds that I actually got through was 1 wound on the Sanguinary Priest. So that is my shooting phase. I will now go on to my assault phase with a bunch of assaults to do. So over here the warriors did decide to shoot as well and kill this one guy, giving me 1 1 unit killed. The rest decided to charge the other dude because the mortal didn't kill him. He killed that guy to give me a second unit killed. Then over here, the Catan charge did a glance with his Hammer Wrath. Then the knight hit back, did 2 wounds. I passed my invulns, and then I hit back. I had 3 hits and did no damage to him. He then did a stomp, which was 1 strength 6 AP4 on all 3 of them. Wounded on the Catan because of the formation rules, and wounded once, and I failed my invul, but then passed my Feel No Pain. So that is a tied combat there. So at the end of this, one more combat happened over here, which was 3 wraiths into these 5, killed the sergeant and the 2 melters. So the wraiths won that combat. These did run, so we did initiative off, and we both got 8. I rolled a 6, so that has tied that combat up there. So I killed 3 units because of the Vindicator and the 2 normal Marines that were alone. So I do score D3 victory points with no prisoners. I do want to discard Code of Combat because that's going to be really hard to get because his characters are very mean and nasty. So D3 for no prisoners. 3 points puts me up to 4. What are you on, Harry?
6.
6. So it's 4, 6 going on to turn 2, 4, turn 3 for the Blood Angels. Do you want to roll for your Stone Raven, Harry?
Right, so Blood Angels turn 3. These are the cards that we have drawn. This one I should be able to get. And if things go well, I should be able to get that one, but getting the maximum on it is going to be difficult. So let's see what we can do. Right, so this biker is sticking to this objective. I'm going to get a couple of shots in on these death marks here, just because why not. The Land Raider is immobilized, but he's going to be shooting down at that lonely immortal. Furioso is pulled back, looking to hopefully torch him and then potentially do some damage to the Wraith. I don't know, we'll maybe fire him first, and then the Land Raider can fire across at the Wraiths to see whether or not they can do damage then. Mephiston and the Terminator is going to be hiding in amongst all of those warriors. Hopefully we can bring them down and not suffer overwatch like Phil shot before. Pretty much going to lose these guys, but I'm resigning myself to it. The Heavy Flamer here is going to be torching them warriors, and hopefully we can take a lot of them out to hopefully do some damage again. Depending on what happens with the shooting, I could charge Mephiston either way into either warrior squad, I think. The drop pod is going to stick to that objective, but over this side, the Baal Predator is going to secure this one for me. Turns out, last turn, Phil forgot that this is Anakia, and he doesn't have a Staff of Light, so he can't shoot, which means that these guys didn't die and didn't run. So we replaced them and moved them up to hopefully get some shots in on that Stalker, which will kill another unit. We've then detached Dante, and he's going for Ruben, and the Sanguinary Guard can either come back to take these guys out or support Dante in going for Ruben, but the Baal Predator as well will be shooting across, supporting those death marks. So there's a lot that I can do this turn. I just need to pull it off in the right order. Right, so in the Psychic phase, Mephiston down here managed to get off Quickening for an extra 3 initiative and attacks, and Sanguine Sword, so we will be doubling out the warriors. I didn't shoot him because I don't know whether to go for these 3 or those guys there, but it depends on what we do in the assault phase. I'm going to have to set off the charges in the right order to determine whether or not I guarantee myself killing that unit, or these guys, whether or not Dante makes his charge in a bit. But the Furioso didn't kill the Immortal. He was targeting the Wraith, but managed to do 2 wounds to them. So hopefully, maybe he'll do some damage to them. The Land Raider, unfortunately, had to target everything at the 1 Immortal to bring him down, and then fire from all the Storm Bolters, the Heavy Flamer, the bolt pistols, and everything from the Marines there. Managed to bring down 4 of the warriors here, but unfortunately not enough to bring them all down. At this side, the Baal Predator didn't do very well at all, only killed 2 of the death marks, and in the end it was the Angelus bolt guns from these guys that took him out. Again, not something that I wanted to do. I would rather make sure that I can get Dante some support up there at Ruben. The melter guns, meanwhile, managed to blow up the Stalker as expected. So as it stands, I've killed 3 units. Can I make it to 6 though? We'll have to see. So what a turn for the Blood Angels. Down here, the Dreadnought charged in and cut down one of the wraiths. Unfortunately, fell past one of his invuns, which meant I didn't destroy that unit. Mephiston hurtled in, and despite 9 attacks, got 4 hits and killed 3. Terminator didn't kill any. Phil lost by 3, and we managed to overrun him, destroying that unit. Unfortunately, down here, we didn't do any damage. We actually lost one of the Marines and didn't destroy that unit. Up here, we lost another Marine to the Wraiths, but he held his morale, preventing Phil, luckily for not knowing I had supremacy, from coming back onto this objective. Meanwhile, down here, Phil did a single glance to the Knight. We didn't get any wounds through, despite using the sweep attack for 3 automatic hits. He passed his feel no pains. His hit and ran out and jumped back that way. I do get to consolidate the Knight though, and as you can see, Dante hurtled in, hit every time, wounded every time, and Phil didn't pass a single.
I passed one.
You passed one reanimation.
Ruben's new, right? He's a rookie, okay?
New model syndrome. So Dante is consolidated that way, so that does get me Kingslayer and Slayer the Warlord.
You!
And I do score supremacy because I hold that one, I hold this one, I hold this one, and I actually hold the one here in the centre as well, so I actually hold 4 to Phil's 1. So let's have a look at the scores. So I'm currently on 6 points. I get Kingslayer and Slayer the Warlord. So Slayer the Warlord puts me at 7. Kingslayer puts me at 9. No prisoners. I killed 4 units? 5.
You killed 5, so you didn't get
So close. So I get D3 for no prisoners. For another 2 puts me at 11.
Yeah.
And supremacy, I scored D3 for that as I control 4 objective markers. For 1 more point puts me at 12.
4. Feel the pressure.
I got lucky with the cards.
You got really lucky with the cards.
So yeah.
But now,
Blood Angels are stamping back.
boom.
Blood Angels are hitting back hard. And what are you going to do to me now, Phil?
Murder you. Yeah, no Vindicator. So
I don't have a Vindicator. I have a Bar Predator on 1 whole point.
he's on 4. He's dying.
Okay.
Maybe a D shot straight to his face. No, it's not. These guys are going to come in here and kill him. He's over. He's dead.
Kill Dante?
He's dead.
You're going to kill Dante?
Dante's dead.
That's fine.
Alright, he's dead. Alright, okay, good game.
Whoa. Right, so Necron's turn 3.
So these are my cards, turn 3. Hopefully I should score some large amount of points this turn. At the beginning of the movement phase, Catan shuffled along a bit. I'm actually going to fire them into this unit to try and get rid of them because I have overwhelming firepower. Over here, this moon, over here, over to here, the little moon crescentness is going to try and fire all of its stuff into the rear of the Knight. This one here is going to try and pop the Land Raider. The Obelisk looking to take one of its shots. I've checked it's in range of that biker so that the death marks come to the objective. The other one into this, I can get some more for overwhelming firepower. Then another shot into the rear of the Castellax, and then the other one into the Ball Predator to take him off that objective as well. I will check range from the Obelisk. I don't think it's in range of Mephiston, but I might try and do it. Then the rest of my stuff over here is in combat, and so is that all of the Wraith. So I haven't got much left actually, so it's quite disturbing. However, I'm hoping this Catan can take down them because they're a scary squad indeed. But yeah, it's looking to be very grim. I will roll my little metal on this fly though on a 6, again hull point, and that is a 6. I do go back up to full hull points on my flyer. So I'll come back at the shooting phase of Necron's turn 3. Main man today, take down the Predator. Him, combined fire with the Doom Scythe, has managed to reduce this guy down to 1 hull point as well. He did manage to destroy the drop pod, and he also managed to kill the bike, and the death mark's got a 6-inch run, so the whole map objective now. But Catan did fire into the Knight and got strength 6, 10 shots. Can't harm at the front, which is really sad because I didn't want to fire it into him in the first place, but I was teased by the 1 hull point remaining, so that's upsetting. And now we're going to be going on to combat because everything else is dead. Not a lot left.
For either of us.
Either of us, yeah. So let's go into some combats. There is a charge though, which is this Catan into him. So I'm going to roll that on camera.
Now the camera's actually shaking.
Yeah, the Wraiths had 6 hits and only wounded once, but it was a rend, so I managed to do it. They consolidated 6 inches back on the objective, so I'm now holding 3 to Harry's 1. Over here, the 1 Blood Angel that was in combat with these 3 guys is dead, and these 3 have consolidated away from the Fiston, trying to give them any sort of chance at all. Then over here, Wraith did nothing, and the 2 wounds from the Dreadnought that was made, I managed to save. So tight combat there, and of course this combat was failure, because he is a failure, and now he's going to get absolutely destroyed by the amount of charges that's coming over here and shooting. I wish you luck, because you're going to need it. So what cards did I get? I managed to get overwhelming firepower, because I did kill 3 units, so I did get 3 units, so that's D3 victory points. And I do get supremacy because I hold twice as many markers as him. So that is going to be 2 D3s, D3 for women firepower, plus 2 points. I'm on 6 in supremacy. That's 3. I'm on 9 to Harry's 12. I am catching up, and I will discard behind enemy lines because that.
Oh, you nearly had it?
I nearly did, but
you went for the objective.
I should check to see if I'm in 12 first, but I don't think I am.
Let's measure it.
Okay, let's measure it.
No, you're out.
No, I'm just out.
Shouldn't have ran.
I wanted to run because I wanted to get on the objective, so yeah. So it's now 9 to 12. Going into Blood Angels, turn 4.
Not a lot left, but we've drew this one, which I should be able to get. This one's going to be a problem, but hopefully getting that one helps me with this. And this one is a guaranteed point at this stage. Right, so movement. Mephiston's moved forward. Wow, thanks.
He can't do second powers anymore, it's all over.
He can. And then the rest of the movement phase was the 5-man assault squad, the sanguinary guard, and everything converging on the conclave. And that's it, because that's all I've got left. So let's move on to the psychic and shooting phase. Psychic phase, we tried to get force off with 3 dice, and unfortunately I didn't. And then I managed to get Sanguine Sword off to make me strength 10 to hopefully double out these rates. So I do get one of my cards for that. I don't mind telling Phil that now. Meanwhile, the Land Raider here shot everything into the rates and managed to bring one of them down. So down here, the Tactical Marines and the Storm Bolters from the drop pods fired in but didn't do any damage to these warriors. Hopefully we'll take them in combat. Hopefully Mephiston will take these guys in combat as well. But over here, all the Infernus pistols and melter guns, everything that hurtled in from Dante, the Sanguinary Guard, the Assault Squad, not a thing was done until that bolt cannon from the Castigator managed to take out the Catan and drop a wound off the Cryptek. I did have a plan. My plan was Dante charge in and challenge, and I'm guessing Phil would have accepted with the Deceiver, which meant that the Knight would have then gotten 3 shots at the Cryptex, meaning that he wouldn't have had his feel no pain from the rest of the attacks from the other guys. So, I guess I didn't need to do that because of them. Did they need a morale check?
Yeah, I passed it.
Cool. The Storm Bolter from this even shot in as well. So yeah, not too much left to go. We've got a couple of assaults to make though, and hopefully we'll do some damage. Combat at this side, the Wraith managed to get a single rend through the armour of the Furioso before he got the swing, unfortunately, so he doesn't manage to bring him down, unfortunately. Meanwhile down here, Mephiston lost combat. He took a rend, so he took a wound to the face from the Wraiths, and unfortunately, despite getting a number of attacks through and wounds on 4 or 5, Phil actually passed every single invuln. So Mephiston's now ran back, which means he's now going to come under fire from this Fantastic. Not what I needed at all. However, over here, Dante hurtled in, cut down one of the cryptex, and the knight cut down the other one. So we've consolidated back, looking to maybe just move across the board, but with 1 turn left, we just need to survive, or potentially 1 turn left. So let's have a look at this. So I've got Harness the Warp for 1 point, and I've got Decapitate and Strike for 1 more point as well. Puts me at 14 as it stands, and I'm going to discard, score objective 5.
All my cards for turn 4. Should be easy enough to get, other than that one at the top. Might be a bit harder. So this obelisk is over here, within 24 inches of this thing, so I could try and step that last hold point and have a moral victory at least. This Doom Scythe moved over here, tried to do a break turn, which is a new with the Death Skies to do me another turn. Had to roll 1 or 2, rolled a 6, so I couldn't turn, so I just zoomed them off. Fly that was here, came down here, tried to do the same thing again so I can shoot at the knight. Rolled a 6 again, so 1 or 2, I couldn't do another turn, so I just zoomed them off, ready for the next turn, so I can do some damage. These 3 moved over here, I'm going to try and rapid fire and take down that Land Raider, because that might cause him some problems. This racer stayed still, those death marks stayed still, and then these racers stayed still as well. So I will come back after the shooting phase. So I managed to kill the Castigator with the obelisk, so that was great. I managed to do a whole point on this drop pod and this drop pod with the obelisk. These guys managed to take off 2 hull points with this vehicle, and then the race managed to strip the last one when they rendered. So that Land Raider is gone as well. So at the end of turn 4, would we like to see what I discarded? So Slaughter the Living and secure objective 2 is a point for me because I managed to kill 2 units, and objective 2 is right there with the death marks. So I managed to get 2 points there. I will discard secure objective 6 as well. So it's now 11-14 going on to Harry's turn 5.
It's turn 5, we drew Blood and Guts, Secure 3, and Overwhelm the Firepower. All of these 2 are going to be difficult. Mephiston's got some work to do by the looks of it. Right, so the Assault Marines and Dante's unit are way out of the action over here to be able to do anything, so they're basically hiding from this. There's objective 3, so unless Mephiston took this thing out with 6 hull points, even at strength 10, that's pushing it. So yeah, he's only AP 3 as well, so he wouldn't be able to do it. If there's a few hammers in the unit, maybe. So instead, we went into Psychic phase and we got Force, we got Unleash Rage and Quickening for an extra D3, which was actually 3 attacks. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 10 attacks he's swinging with Force. At strength 6. Because I didn't use Sanguine Sword, I didn't want to risk the Warp Charge. I'm wounding the Wraiths on 3s with that anyway. However, can 3 drop pods kill, is it 2 warriors? 3?
3 warriors.
3 warriors.
Not gonna happen. Couldn't do it for 2 turns in a row. You're not gonna do this one.
No, but if I can at least inflict 1, you might run. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Not gonna happen.
So let's see what happens. Quick. The drop pods actually killed 2 of the warriors, but Phil passed his morale check. And Mephiston only got 2 wounds. 10 attacks, 6 hits, wounded on 3s and only 2 wounded. However, Phil failed 2 of his invuns, and obviously Force insta-killing them as well. So Mephiston does score with Blood and Guts, and let's see, Overwhelming Firepower I could get, so I'm thinking I'm going to discard objective 3 in case the game continues.
I drew Thor the Silent King, we were skewed at 4, my Warlord's dead, so that's not really going to matter. But my Wraith is on objective 4, objective 6. No one's really anywhere near I can do damage. I mean, if I can move my Monolith over there, I mean my Obelisk, I could get it. And Recon, I've already looked at all the objectives, so that's an instant point for me as well. So I'll come back after my movement phase. Okay, so I've moved the Obelisk over here, because I want this objective, and all I need to do is kill that one guy with the Obelisk to get it. I am taking a risk with the Melters, but I really want to catch up on points, because it's starting to become a really close game with a lot less models. Talking about flying over the danger zone, here comes both my Doom Scythes with their AP1 blast. Hopefully we can just gobble up the last of these guys and just end it all. So, also the Death Marks managed to conga line over there, so I can get behind enemy lines, so I just cancel yours out really. Alright, scurried along a little bit, so I can stay out of line of sight of Mephiston in case he comes running around the corner. Might buy me a little bit more time, but we'll see. But that's also the objective that I need to get on a point. Very confused about what this one warrior could do. Maybe we could rapid fire and finish off 2 whole points on a drop pod and be a hero of the day.
Yeah!
And yes, that's really about it for the movement phase. Going on to shooting.
No way!
The warrior of all gods! Oh, he's getting a golden head.
Oh my word, 2 hits and then double 6.
He's getting a golden head.
Holy shit, man!
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Do you want to just do the rest of this live? So basically, this is dead because of that. Dante's lost single sanguinary guard because of these.
Lost 2 of them.
Lost 2. How many ones did you roll out of how many hits, Phil?
Like 20. You might as well have been.
I think he rolled like 4 ones out of 5 hits. Yeah, and the Tesla Destructors didn't do anything. And that was it so far?
That's generally it, yeah.
Is that your whole turn, actually?
Well, these will need leadership check unless they're fearless.
Dante is fearless and so are the Sanguinary Guard.
And he's a bitch. Okay, so yeah, that's generally it.
Right, let's add up Phil's point.
So I got 1 for recon, so I'm up to 12. I got security force, I'm up to 13, but Thrall Silent King I don't achieve, because if I achieved it with my Warlord, who was dead, I would have got D3. So that's an extra 2 points to make me up to 13, and I didn't get 6, but with Linebreaker it puts me to 14 with 2 points behind him. I am 1. No, 2, because you're on 15 plus Linebreaker. So, I have 2 points behind Harry. Let's see, the game continues.
Right, so on a 3-up the game continues, Phil?
Well, if the game continues, I feel like I have a really good chance to table you.
You do?
So if the game continues, help. And
No!
So,
Oh, I could have so blown this up with my melter guns.
I killed your Lord of War, but not mine.
Bearing in mind, I got 2 Infernus pistols, 3 Infernus pistols, and 2 melter guns there.
Yeah.
Can I roll that anyway?
No.
Please?
No.
Oh, please. Watch.
He's out.
Let's have a look. 4 melter guns, well, 2 melter pistols and 2 melter guns. Oh, 2 hits, so...
Anyone had done Danish terrain?
There's 1. There was the 2 pens, and then Dante's. Dante hits. And doesn't wound. So that's 2 at AP1.
You could get D3 if you blew me up, and you don't.
And I don't, so that wouldn't have made a difference. Anyway.
They might have not all been alive as well. You would have had to do Danish terrains for being an obelisk.
Unless I walk.
Unless you walk. That's a good point. You can walk there. Go ahead.
Wow, what an absolute brutality of a game. What's Phil got left? 2 flies, an obelisk, a warrior, and a wraith.
And 4 death marks.
And I have 2 Sanguinary Guard, Dante, an assault squad, a couple of drop pods, Mephiston, and a Terminator.
Yep. brutal game.
Wow, what a game,
Just
man.
like the intro to Shield of Baal. When the Necrons rose, war waged, people fell.
Jesus, what a game. It was so much destruction. I think when you play Necrons like this, when you're not running Decurion, like even there I stood a fighting chance with Blood Angels, and it was so much fun. As for the flyer rules,
The dogfight phase just seems more rules for the sake of rules. There's no point in them at all. Like, the only things I see good points in is like pursuit. So if you're flat out, you add your pursuit on extra, which might matter, but you hardly see flyers flat out. But the agility roll was probably the only good thing that really happened, because it could have impacted really heavily on the game.
the break test.
The break test,
Yeah.
to turn extra to 90 and things like that, which can make really big difference on the game. The rest of it just doesn't really matter.
I think if you're just going to play with like things like this and Storm Raven, just play normally.
Yeah.
But I think if you've got like the dedicated fighters, then I think if you've got 2 or 3 flyers each, I think it's definitely worth it.
We never got to see it with your Storm Raven, which was that you automatically pass your break tests.
Mm-hmm.
So
and objective secure.
So I think some of the wing leader rules as well can really, I would say, include them, include the break tests, include the pursuit, but just get rid of the dogfight phase completely, and you make it a bit more fun, a bit more interesting, and it can actually matter.
Well, I'm sure we can probably house through that, because it was overcomplicated. There's 3 tables that you've got to look at and console.
And it was just like rock, paper, scissors and things like that. It was so confusing trying to work it out. You didn't see it on camera, but it took us a while. But it was definitely interesting, the dogfight rules. It only came into play at the beginning, And then nothing else really for the rest of it.
Yeah, because you blew me Storm Raven up.
Yeah, and I never expected that from Necron Flyers. But yeah, so definitely brutal.
Definitely.
We might have to continue the Shield of Baal story.
Ooh.
I mean, what came next after the Blood Angels and Necrons fought?
Didn't they team up?
Didn't they team up against what?
Some bugs.
Rah! Rah! Rah!
So yes, maybe we will see the Blood Angel and Mephrit Dynasty alliance against some bugs. Who knows though? Stay tuned and find out next time. But I hope you've enjoyed today's game. Thanks Phil for coming around and playing, and thanks for watching guys. See you soon.